How would you evaluate your season?
I think we ain't done yet.
For you personally,
I think we ain't done yet.
Marcus.
Wow. Michigan at the 41. What a hit! Ball's free on the ground. South Carolina deserves to have it, and they do. Oh, and a left hand sends Fonseca down. Flat on his back. It's over. Irving and Curry one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown. Center field. Did he get it? Did he get it? Walk-off slam. Call it second quickly. Origi.
This is sick. Put this to music. I don't think he stepped out either. That may be the greatest catch I've ever seen.
Welcome to an all-new episode of What Now, where we debate the hottest sports topics, dissect them, correct them, and bring them to you from our perspective. I'm Jamie. Along with me is Tobias, Reek, and Jalen. How y'all doing?
Wearing a hat, bro.
Oh yeah,
The
The Ravens retired me. I'm an old man now.
That's Unc.
I can't hear.
Reed.
That's Unc. Reed.
I'm gonna tell our editors to put that on my name instead of my name this time.
Uncle Reed.
Oh, please. No.
I'll put it
Uncle
on.
Rikus.
Yo, that's funny.
I'm tired, man. I'm tired. They hurt my soul too much.
You need to get out a quick little 1 minute vent.
No, I don't even want to.
You don't want to.
If you want to see my vent, go on my Twitter.
Hey,
Man was going through it.
well, What Now fans, if you didn't know, all of the What Now members were all sitting on the couch now, officially.
Okay,
all of us
there
on
was
the
no
couch.
need. You literally said you weren't going to do it, so you're going to piss me off live on recording, so let's not. So before we get into it, make sure y'all like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, TikTok, Twitter, and follow our Instagram at whatnow.on.me.
A question before we start, Jamie. It's between both our teams. How would you rather lose, the way we lost or the way y'all lost?
I can't say this on camera.
I'd rather get blown out. I'm not gonna lie.
Probably yes, the way we lost, but there's reasons why I at least just wanted to. Can't say this on camera.
I'd probably rather get blown out too. That hurt. Well, we didn't expect to win at all, but just the fact we were so close and that happened, it was just too much. But anyway, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So if y'all do follow us on social media, you know that we attempted to do a Mailbag Monday post or this Monday. So we did get a couple responses, not as many as we would have hoped, but we did get a few. So we've got topics for y'all. Tyrik is flying over there. So let's start. And we've got one that is really close to all of our hearts on this podcast. So I'm going to just go right in. Is Herbert the next Phillip Rivers?
Great question, whoever entered that.
I wanted to say
I think Tyrik wrote this one in.
I didn't put it in. But I said that a few episodes ago.
I know you did. That's
like
why
I hate it. Somebody obviously is watching our episodes and taking my takes. I was gonna wait till we get on here to say that. But so yes, of course I believe it. I told you that. I told y'all that. And I'll let y'all give y'all answers. No, y'all give y'all answers.
No, I want to hear why. I do want to hear why.
Phillip Rivers.
My answer would be it's too early to tell, but I think he's going to be better than him. But I don't want him to get in a situation where it's like the team always holds him back, because there is a little truth to the team holding him back, because he is a very good player, but at some point you have to make a grown man decision. But I think he'll be better than Phillip Rivers, but I think it's too early to tell.
Jalen, thank you for being logical, because these two letting their emotions get a hold of them right now, because they're just ignoring the talent. But I agree with you. That's the main. I got a whole bunch of points, my notes aside. I'm not even gonna bring them up right now, because I came prepared. I came ready with stats and stuff, but I'm not gonna bring them up unless need be. I got to save my ammunition.
We got them too. They ready.
But like you said, it's too early to tell. Like, I mean, this is his third year. I mean, he's had a great. I mean, statistically, he's been phenomenal. Not even talking about the eye test with that. He's, in my opinion, he's still one of the top quarterbacks in the nation, in the league right now. Most definitely.
Jamie, you want to say something real quick?
I truly have nothing more to say about Herbert. I've said all I can say. I have nothing.
Phillip Rivers was also a top quarterback for a very long time.
Mm-hmm.
So that's not to say Justin Herbert won't be a top quarterback. Phillip Rivers also put up a lot of stats. Justin Herbert also puts up a lot of stats. Phillip Rivers never won a ring, and I don't think he got that far in the playoffs that many times. Herbert can do that and still Phillip Rivers can still make it to the Hall of Fame. He might not be first ballot.
I don't know if Phillip Rivers going.
I don't know how long he's been retired. It's for like 2 years now. So about 3 years he'll be eligible. Phillip Rivers, I think he'll eventually get in. I don't know if he'll be first ballot. I don't know. He's a quarterback, so he might be. So I'm not saying that Herbert won't make the Hall of Fame or do anything like that. I'm saying Phillip Rivers was a very above average quarterback usually in the bottom of the top 10 and never won a ring. And that's why I think Herbert will stay. That would be his peak in his career.
You think this is a peak in his career?
Phillip Rivers' playoff career record is 3-4.
3-4?
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad.
7 times.
So that means he's been to the playoffs 4 times because he had 4 losses and without no Super Bowls. So I think Herbert can make it into the playoffs more than that, more than 4 times. However, I don't think he'll ever win a ring. That's partially because of Mahomes being in his conference and in his division. But also, I just don't think because Herbert showed me. He showed me today. And Tobias, cut me off whenever you want because I'm gonna just keep talking.
Oh no, keep going, keep going, brother. Keep going.
He didn't show me today. He showed me this week. He had everybody except Mike Williams. But come on, he still got Keenan Allen. He still got Austin Eckler. The defense gave him 5 turnovers, and he did not win the game. He did not win the game. You can't ask for your team to do anything else. You cannot ask give me 5 turnovers and I can go win you a game.
Okay. All right. So I'm cutting him in right here. So I'm glad you brought up that game. So anybody want to guess how many rushing yards that the Los Angeles Chargers, they're up 31, 27 nothing at halftime, am I correct?
Yes, sir.
Guess how many rushing yards they had in the second half? And guess how many attempts?
Go ahead.
Yes. They had -3 rushing yards in the second half. They had 9 attempts, which means Braden Staley is not attempt. He's putting the whole game on Justin Herbert. He's putting everything. And with that, the play calls that are happening, these are first and 10. He wants to just, all right, let's throw a deep ball to Mike Williams. It's the play calling that is holding him back. Not only that, I mean, yes, they gave him 5 turnovers. But I mean, that goes back to Brandon Staley, with the play calling, that's not giving their defense a break, which is why all of a sudden Jacksonville starts going these long drives, and it leaves Herbert on the sideline. And then you come back in, you want the dudes to start slinging around immediately? No. Even Patrick Mahomes, most of his games he's won this year, he's had help. Maybe not 200, 300 yards rushing, but they're getting effective rushing yards. The average attempt, whenever they have lost, the Chargers have lost, guess what the rushing average has been? Average has been 3.4 yards a carry every time the Chargers have lost.
So you know that
he's not getting any help. He's not. It's all on Justin Herbert.
You know what that tells me?
Go ahead.
That means that's telling me that Justin Herbert is the reason that they're losing. Because if he has the ball all the time, then why are you losing? If he's the quarterback that you say he is, why is he losing if he has the ball? Now, if you telling me that they got a whole bunch of rushing attempts and they're not doing anything, and Justin Herbert's not even throwing the ball, that's one thing. But if Justin Herbert keep having the ball in his hand and they're not winning games, then that's on Herbert. Yes, I agree. You need to have some rushing attempts, some rushing yards and rushing attempts to win the game. Yes, I agree. But the way that you're saying Justin Herbert is, if he is that guy, I want the ball in his hands. If Mahomes is up 27-0, I don't care if we're not running the ball. Give Mahomes the ball. He's going to win you the game.
All right. This wasn't in my notes, but since we're saying that now, let's think back to that 2020 year when Tom Brady came back he came to Tampa Bay, and then all of a sudden they blow them out in the Super Bowl. You know why they blew them out? It's because they anticipated Mahomes a whole year. It's just big shots or throwing it downfield. They know the ball's getting put in Mahomes' hand. They knew they'd have that strong rushing attack. They knew they had what I think Cloud's a rookie then, or I don't know, somebody. Anyways, the rushing attack wasn't that good. They're kind of built how the Chargers are. So the Buccaneers did? They put all their chips into defending the pass. And at that point, it's Mahomes against the world. And that's exactly what we're seeing now. It's Justin Herbert against. They're just, I mean, literally, they're sitting 4-3 rushing, and they're putting everyone back in coverage. So then Justin Herbert, he's forced to force something in there. And I'm surprised his QBR ratings are as high as they are at this point.
Mahomes had.
Just to relate this back to Phillip Rivers, by the way, guys. It's not.
That's what I was thinking. When did this turn into
breakdown.
Justin Herbert again?
Mahomes didn't have Austin Eckler, first of all, and then he also didn't have 5 turnovers. His defense did give him 5 turnovers in that game, and his offensive line was gone that game.
Back to the Eckler thing. Eckler got the ball 9 times that game. He got the ball 9 times. So Mahomes may not have Eckler, but Eckler ain't getting the ball. It goes back to we can't say that. All right, I know it's about Phillip Rivers and stuff, but we can't put the Chargers losses on Justin Herbert. This starts with head coaching. This starts with coaching. You have all the talent in the world. You've got Austin Eckler. You've got Justin Herbert. You've got an all-pro offensive line. You've got Mike Williams. You've got Keenan Allen. You've got all the Gerald Everett. You got all these tools, and you're not winning playoff games. That's not on the quarterback. That goes back to coaching. That goes back to management. That goes to up there because the players are there. The talent's there. They're executing. Everybody's putting up the stats. But for some reason, you can't put it together. That's on coaching. So yeah, I'm not saying Justin Herbert is the best quarterback in the freaking league. I'm saying yes, he's still who we think he is. He's still probably a generational talent. Yes, it's gonna be hard to find another quarterback like Justin Herbert. I don't care. Whoever they draft is not gonna be as good as Justin Herbert. I promise you that. And I think we can agree here is that whoever they draft is not gonna be as good as what they have right now. It's not gonna make a difference at that point. Let's just say that.
To take it back to Phillip Rivers. I believe if Phillip Rivers was in that game up 27-0, he would have won that game.
But then you're taking away from coaching. Starting with the coaching though. Coaching. I just read you all the stats that was happening. It was all right. So and here's the one I'm gonna read you.
But hold on before you go. Since you said coaching, you said you can't just take the coaching in the second half. He coached 5 turnovers for that defense also. So you can't blame him for just for the second half and not give him credit for the first half.
So we're going to
give them 27 points.
So we're giving
point lead.
We're saying mistakes are now a coaching thing, or like let's say. So we're saying turnovers. We're giving those to coaches at that point. You said the coach gave him 5 turnovers. I don't think that.
Coach blew a 27
I think you're nitpicking where you want to.
Yes, absolutely. That goes back to coaching. 100%. If you blown a 27-point lead, it goes back to coaching. Fourth quarter, you know what happened?
I can't even. You're contradicting yourself.
How?
You're nitpicking where you want to add coaching.
All right. Is coaching. All right, listen, this is the
final drive. You want it to matter.
It does matter it matters. If this is any other quarterback, because y'all, Jamie, I don't know why you hate Justin Herbert. So I really don't understand that. If y'all didn't hate Justin Herbert so much, you take this out. You put any other quarterback here.
We think he's overrated, and he is. That's it.
No, it's not.
Can I just give you the breakdown? Before we move on to breakdown of Phillip Rivers and Justin Herbert, the ones that are comparable. We got winner percentage. Phillip Rivers is 55% to Justin Herbert's 47%.
In the first 3 years?
Just period. Just as it goes on.
Stats should be first 3 years, but keep reading.
To be fair,
I haven't pulled up like
Justin Herbert are way above. I'm just making it career versus career.
To be fair, having more games is probably
worse for him.
Yeah,
right.
Yardage wise, I'll give y'all this. Yardage wise, you're right.
I'm saying comparable stats, not like total things. I'm talking about percentages and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, I get you.
So we got completion percentage. Justin Herbert is 66 to Phillip Rivers 65. Sorry. Touchdown percentage is 5 to 5%. What else? Interception percentage. Justin Herbert is lower, 1.8 to 2.6. Yards per attempt, Phillip Rivers is 7.8 to Justin Herbert, 7.1. Adjusted yards per attempt, these next level stats, 7.7 for Phillip Rivers. Justin Herbert 7.3. Yard game per pass completion, 12 to 10. Rivers has that. And then yards per game. You got Justin Herbert at 288 to Phillip Rivers 260. And then QB rating, 95 for Phillip Rivers and 96 for Justin Herbert. So if you're gonna ask me today, is Justin Herbert another Phillip Rivers? The answer is yes.
I don't think that's the
playoff
case.
Success and a lot of empty stats.
He's 3 years into it. Terrible head coach, and I'm gonna keep saying that because it's facts.
But you personally also do say Justin Herbert has the best 3 years of any quarterback ever.
It does.
Those things don't matter. Those things don't matter.
So then you also acting like Phillip Rivers is not a great player.
He is. And yeah, thank you, Reed, for saying that. Let's not downplay Rivers as well. But when we throw the term overrated in there, it comes off as a negative term always. It makes it seem like you think overrated, quarterbacks think of overrated. Let's name some. You think about Jared Goff, you think about Matt Ryan. We say overrated, those are names. So when you put Justin Herbert under that category of overrated you're downplaying, really what he is. So I think that's kind of the tension.
It depends on why. It depends on why you're saying he's overrated. Because if you're saying he's overrated because he's not Patrick Mahomes, okay, fine. But if you're saying he's overrated because he's mid, then that just
exactly that's the problem I have, because the overrated the vibe I'm getting is that he's mid. He's above average. That's the problem I got. Because I ain't saying
I've always said he's top 5.
Yeah, exactly. We agree. Justin Herbert is. So let's clarify that. Justin Herbert is a top 5 quarterback. At least that's what I'm getting. Never mind. We're not gonna go to that. But anyways, Justin Herbert's a top 5 quarterback. But I'm not saying right now. He doesn't have the wins. He doesn't have that postseason success to be able to put him up there with Mahomes and all. He doesn't have that yet. So hopefully they get some changes and stuff. But they don't
need any changes. They have a perfect team.
They need a new head coach, though.
Yes, that's
for sure. They definitely
He had 1 year, and they made the playoffs in his first year. I mean, you can't really ask for much.
In his first year, they did
as a rookie coach.
Their coach has made some dumb decisions at the worst time.
He threw the ball.
I think if they get a better coach, to compare him to Trevor Lawrence, when the old coach, when Peterson came in, you see what Trevor Lawrence did. So I think if you give him a shooter, I will give some of it to coaching.
We need to wrap.
The Jags don't need in the playoffs just because of their.
We do need to wrap this up, though.
Let's be honest.
Okay. Next up, Tyrik.
Yes.
My apologies.
Oh.
Where do y'all want to see Lamar land other than your favorite team? You can go first.
No, I don't want to go.
Okay, I want to see him on the Ravens. I want to see him stay on the Ravens.
I don't know. I'm sad.
I'll say it for you. That's what I want, since I can't say my team.
He's not going to be a Raven.
Well, that's what I want.
I don't think he's be a Raven either, Reed.
I feel like Lamar's listening to the media too much.
Yeah.
Even though he probably shouldn't.
It's also, did you see his IG story? You saw his IG story he posted, right?
Yeah, but nobody also talked about the stuff that he posted afterwards. They only talk about the negative stuff. But yeah, I'm
talking about like he's on the Ravens gear and stuff. He posted all this stuff.
Oh yeah,
you saw that.
Ravens, I mean,
that's a good sign.
Lamar's pretty good with building his team up though. He'll never throw him under the bus. But I think Lamar, if I was Lamar, I would feel just tried by the Ravens. I've done all this. You've seen what the work I put in, and y'all are still on the fence. Who else do you really have? I don't think he'll be. I wouldn't be surprised if he stayed on the Ravens, because I just feel like he's one of them loyal people, like a Dame type player. But I really would want to see him on the Dolphins. No cap. I want to see him on the Dolphins.
That would be nice.
That offense would be so fast, bro. I think Tua to Lamar would turn them up.
They don't have.
I agree with that. I think out of all the all coaches who could actually do something with him, I think Kyle Shanahan and Mike McDaniels, top 2 coaches, I think would know actually what to do with him.
Fast, you just couldn't. You couldn't guard the speed.
It'd be a nightmare to game plan.
The Niners will be the best team, to be honest. But the Niners or the Dolphins, I don't think have the because they'll have to trade for them. So I don't think they would have to do that, and we wouldn't want Tua back. And I don't think, and the way Brock Purdy's playing, obviously, I think that's going to show them that they don't need to pay a quarterback because they could put anybody in that system and win.
Exactly.
For the Niners. So I would like to, if obviously I want them on the Ravens, but I would like the Niners. I think the Jets would be good too. I like him. I would like to see him on the Jets. And what? Tampa Bay? No, he's not. He wouldn't be Tampa Bay's about to get blown up.
Too many holes, I feel like.
Tampa Bay got to get blown up.
Top
Jamie.
quarterback to go there. Tom Brady running for his life. He's 97 years old.
As soon as Brady leave, I think Mike Evans gonna leave. I think Godwin gonna leave.
Yeah, I think
We're done. We're done. I'm gonna cry, so we're done.
Jameis Winston back.
Hey, the one team I would actually like to see him on,
Falcons.
and I don't know. I think
said Atlanta.
The Dolphins is better. I was gonna say the Raiders, but I think the Dolphins is better. Just I want to see him on that offense with.
I think
Darren
he can win
Waller,
the NFC
Devontae.
South by himself.
Oh, absolutely! If he absolutely he could.
The
Absolutely, he
NFC
go there and win it. Ooh,
In
any
the
team he
NFC
goes
South?
to.
So what team in the NFC South?
The Falcons.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
Nah, but if he went to the Saints, though, I think the Saints would be nice too, though.
Yeah, the Saints have a solid team.
Oh, yeah.
But I actually, Tobias, I forgot to say him, but I was gonna mention the Raiders too. And I feel like honestly, if we get a top tier receiver and Derek Carr, to be honest, I think we would still be a really good team.
Yeah, oh, absolutely. No.
We would need a top tier receiver. Like we would need to trade for who's available, DeAndre Hopkins or something like that. And then because we the defense can carry us, and Carr won't play bad enough to like hurt us. And I think he can do enough to win us a few games in the playoffs and stuff like that. But if we give him to the Raiders, I want Derek Carr and Devontae Adams.
I bet you do.
Probably. Oh no, Rick, y'all need to. If y'all do trade, if you trade him to the Raiders, you need to get one of them two. Or at least Devontae. You at least get Devontae. I think
Any quarterback going to the Raiders has to have like an okay from the front office. Like we're keeping Devontae Adams because if you're not, I don't think anybody would want to go there.
Nah, the Raiders wouldn't trade Devontae. They like the most a team will trade for us will be their quarterback and like first round picks. It wouldn't be 2 star players or nothing like that. They still got to pay Lamar.
A minimum of 2 for Lamar. If no player like is going to a minimum, I mean, at least we need more a minimum of 2 first round picks.
Yeah, them sorry teams would definitely give that. Like the Texans or somebody would definitely
they give 3 first round picks for Lamar and then lose with them. That's exactly what they would do. 3 first rounders to lose.
And then speaking of that, if Lamar, if you're watching this, you know I love you, Bart, but the grass not always green on the other side. Remember, this offense is built for you. So if you go somewhere else and you can't succeed,
that is true.
That offense is
it's
not
about respect too, bro. It's not all about playing though,
huh?
because it's all about it's about respect too. That's why I don't think it's just like football matters. Because like football matters, I think they could iron it.
Yeah.
I think they could iron it out, but like y'all just gave Roquan all that money. He's been on
that was a good pickup
half the season.
That was a good sign.
Well, that's
quarterback.
That's different though. Roquan is $100 million, I think, like somewhat guaranteed. Lamar. I mean, I would give Lamar whatever he asked for. Obviously, it's not my money though. But
I'm just saying, in perspective as far as like principle goes, like
yeah, and I feel like it's the fully guaranteed thing. It's not even the total. I think it's that fully guaranteed that
man, y'all gotta protect the quarterback. Like it's a new age, and you'll either be in front of the bus or you'll be behind it.
And yeah, my thing is also too is like the cap goes up every year. So if you pay him now, that money in 3 years, that money's not going to mean anything. Because if he get 250 fully guaranteed in 3 years, that number, the next quarterback, whoever it might be,
doesn't Herbert going to get like 400?
Yeah, CJ Stroud's going to get 400 million a year, and then Lamar's contract is going to look awful.
Yeah,
you might as well just bite the bullet now instead of trying to like.
That's what I said.
Make his decision because he want to make his own decision. He ain't got no agent.
Do y'all ever?
AFC's only getting better. What'd you say?
Yep.
Do y'all think he's going to hold out? Do y'all think if they do hold out? You think he'll hold out if they franchise that?
To be honest, I don't know. I feel like Lamar is 50-50, to be honest.
I talked with somebody, or I was talking to my dad about this other day, and the holding out thing really isn't working for the players right now. Because think about all players that have held out, how has it panned out for them? It really hasn't. Like in turn, either they got what they wanted and then their career just took a plummet, or they didn't if they wanted, and their career took a plummet. It was one. It just never worked out for him.
If he holds out, he wouldn't go to. Obviously we wouldn't be able to trade him.
Exactly.
We wouldn't trade him, so he would just leave in free agency the following year. But then he would end up, you get his money like you said, but he'd probably go to a horrible team.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's not gonna go to a good team that like he's not going to the Chiefs. They're not giving up Mahomes. Bill's not giving up Allen. None of them teams like that. So
I can't think of anyone who held out and like actually it turned out they had a better situation after they held out. I really can't think of anybody besides I think Zeke. Maybe it was Zeke's is kind of because he was kind of bad. Yeah, he's mid. He was mid.
Second best running back on the lone team.
So I guess you could say that's probably the best case scenario that happened from holding out was him. I think Melvin Gordon held out, then he got arrested. Like it just went all bad for Melvin Gordon after that.
Has a quarterback ever held out?
No, I don't think so. It's bad. It's a bad look.
Like a top quarterback?
It's a bad look of a quarterback. Oh no, just Sean Watson did. And look at him now. I mean, he got out. He did. He held out the year before all this stuff happened. And then
No, he played. He didn't play last year because of the
I think he
lawsuit.
I'm trying to think. Somebody big held out.
I think it was a Deshaun Watson hold. I think Deshaun held out before because he's been playing in 2 years. Watson.
He was hurt or something, wasn't he?
I don't know. Yeah, I mean, I could be wrong.
Okay, ready?
Yeah.
We got a basketball one for y'all because it's been a little while, kind of. So our resident basketball gurus, can the Hawks make the playoffs?
First of all, before we go, we need these basketball. We need the media to start doing their job. We need to stir up some controversy.
Stir up some narratives. I was thinking the same thing. Like,
this season is kind of lame so far.
It's mid.
Getting the record.
Yeah, the season is mid so far. It's like right now they're just playing.
Yeah.
As far as things other than narratives and stuff, though, the season has been pretty good though. As far as like
no. Let me say the basketball play is great.
Yeah.
But the off the court narratives, that's what makes basketball, to be honest. Like throughout the regular season, the playoffs hold its own.
Diva sport, ain't no diva drama going on. Kyrie been chilling.
Yeah, we need somebody.
Kyrie been chilling.
We need somebody to hold out in the NBA, like LeBron or somebody. Hold out till he get a shooter.
There really hasn't been any drama now. Think about it, none.
But anyway, to the Hawks we go. Can the Hawks make the playoffs? First of all, where are they at right now?
They are 9th seed.
9.
Yeah, the Hawks can make it. They're good enough.
They can definitely make it.
But are they gonna?
Yes, because I think they're better than the Pacers. I don't think the Knicks are going to be that good for that long.
Exactly.
I think they can sneak in because like the standings right now they're not really surprising.
This might be a hot take.
They're just about the same as they've always been.
This might be a hot take, but I don't know if Trae Young finishes the season on the Hawks.
Ooh. What makes you say that?
If you keep it up with the Hawks, because it's been spicy.
He hasn't played well. This isn't his best season at all.
Well, it's not even about basketball.
He's averaging 27. He's averaging 27.
What's the turnover those?
In 10. His turnovers are 4 a game.
Yeah.
I mean, he's having an average season for himself, but like it's the stuff like with the coaches. It just came out on Bleacher Report when they lost last year in the playoffs. He didn't ride their charter back.
He got fined. He flew a PJ back. A private jet. That was
not looking like.
What they lose at? Was it Philly?
Last year was
Milwaukee. Milwaukee. It was Milwaukee.
Nah, Milwaukee's a couple years ago. It was who did they lose to? Did they make playoffs? Were they in the play-in? Did they miss the play-in?
I thought it was Milwaukee.
They were a low seed. I'll look it up. I want to know that. But also, John Collins asked for a trade too, didn't he?
Oh, they
No, I think they said that they're shopping him.
That means he's going to get traded.
Yeah, and they just went and got.
Yeah, I think that's why they feel like they can probably do it because DeJounte can hold him over for a little bit. They're not going to win anything, but like they can stay relevant. But the Hawks, they need
Trae Young. If Trae Young leaves, they're done.
Yeah, they are done. They're absolutely.
They need to trade. Just Sell,
Just get a
sell
star.
out.
Just trade
That's what I'm
everybody for a
saying.
star.
Sell out and get a star. That's the only way to win in this league is to get a star.
Yeah.
You know, you need a second. You need if you trade DeJounte and a good 4 or 5, the center is like perfect. That's all you need.
They have a good team right now. Like they have an okay team. They have a team that is not 9th seed.
Right.
Yeah, and they're playing like it.
They're super underperforming, but they are on a 3-game win streak right now.
Even when you say that, like they got some depth to it. Because I was watching the Bucs game the other week. They were playing pretty well. I mean, they
But the
lost,
Bucs have
but
been
they were
playing really bad lately, so it's kind of
yeah.
The
But it was a no trade too. There was no trade. So either the Bucs are playing that bad, or the Hawks are actually playing a lot better than.
The thing about NBA games is like when you get those one-off games where like the Hawks will score like 140 and like the Bucs will score like 98.
Yeah.
They really don't matter because there's so many games.
Yeah.
You gotta kind of judge teams on like a bi-weekly basis.
So they're 5-5 the last 10 though. So.
They lost to Miami last year. They were the 8th seed.
Okay.
They barely made it into the play-in. They lost 4-1. But I don't remember that series at all.
Me neither. I don't. I really don't.
And then Miami went on.
No, I
don't
do.
remember last year's playoffs that
remember
much, to be honest.
That's what I was thinking. I just remember the West, bro.
I remember the finals.
I remember the first seed. I mean the first round, Brooklyn getting swept. I remember
that.
Pool's going off.
Conference finals, and that's about it for the East.
I just remember Jordan Poole going off. That's what I do remember last.
Yeah,
Jordan Poole's going off. Yeah.
Because Milwaukee beat Chicago and then lost to Boston.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's right, because we was talking about Jason Tatum and
Jaylen Brown.
Yeah.
The Sixers beat Toronto and then lost to Miami. It was like in Miami and Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. Boston won in 7. I don't remember that series at all either. I don't remember anything in Miami last year.
Jimmy Butler had like that last shot. He had that 3.
I do.
It was like
and it missed.
I remember
game
that.
7.
I remember that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the Hawks can make the playoffs. I mean, it's not like they're 15th seed; they're 9th seed. I think they'll end up beating out the Pacers. So yeah, my answer would be.
If Hawks end up making the playoffs and they lose first round, if Trae Young is on the team by the end of the season, this might be Trae Young's last season on the Hawks.
Yeah, they're going to lose first round because whoever's able to get them bounced first round because the Celtics are not here to play.
Yeah, they're not 4 games. If it was a 1 game, maybe, but like them, that's hard winning 4 games.
The Celtics are going crazy. That boy Jason Tatum might get MVP. No cap. Still got Luka though. I'm not gonna lie to you.
And Jaylen Brown, the best shooting guard.
Stop trying to take my favorite player.
Hey, bro. I didn't take it. I just adopted it and I improved it.
That's my favorite.
That's a song, ain't it? Or something like that.
That's my favorite player. Or my other player is hurt. I thought. Hold on. Time out.
No, I know what you're about to bring up.
They said last week AD was like revving up to play in a week. They said it like 3 weeks ago. I've heard nothing else about AD since. I see him on the sideline spinning around during games and stuff.
AD be clean. AD be clean on the sideline though. That will be shining out there.
He acting like me for real.
All right, next topic.
All right.
In 9th grade.
Tyrik has a topic, I guess, that he's gonna lead.
Me?
Yeah.
What topic? I'll let the bias lead. it.
All right, whoever's leading.
All right. So we have a little we had a little help with this one, a little influence from TikTok. So we want to bring it here.
We came up with this ourselves.
All right. Well, we'll stick with it. You know, rewrite it. We'll stick with it.
Nobody credit.
We'll stick with it then. All right. So
we're gonna beat that out.
The question is that let's say your favorite teams, all of our favorite teams here, we all have favorite teams, they make the playoffs. All right. You can bring back one player from each side of the ball. Which one it be? And it can be from any decade, any time in the past.
This is NFL.
In NFL, with the team you have now, which player are you bringing back to help them win?
All right, everybody say their team. 1, 2, 3. Ravens.
Steelers.
I will let Tobias have the Steelers, and I'll fill in for Malin and choose the Falcons.
Okay. I was about to say he about to make an excuse. I'm like, give me a
We're gonna end up saying the same people anyways.
What if he said
That's true.
What if he said the Bengals?
You said the Bengals. We done.
Turn the thing off.
You could choose them anytime in their prime or whatever. You could.
All right, who want to go first? Jamie, you go first.
Okay, well, I like to not take personal life into this and just go with the player.
What?
So I'm picking
Monologue.
Warren Sapp
That's a good pick though.
and Mike A-Train Allstott, my favorite Buccaneer of all time. That's what I'm picking.
Who's the other one?
Mike Allstott.
Oh, I don't know them. I don't know him.
He's a fullback. He's my fave.
Fullback
What number
for
was
a
it?
team now?
I do remember. No, hey, no, he was raw. No,
Like,
he
I
was
love
raw. He
him.
was raw.
40 or something
Hey,
like
he
that?
was raw. I remember.
He was that big dude, wasn't
Yeah,
he?
he was huge.
Like huge, like
He was violent. Like he was a big bowling ball running.
So we ain't talking about our we talking about like adding to our current team now, right?
Adding to your current team.
I'm not thinking about that. I just think of who I want. I'm not taking into any consideration anything. He's actually not that big. 6'1", 248. I mean, he's big, just not tall.
Oh,
I think
248,
I would've got,
250.
I think I would have got Barber. That boy
That's
was-
what I
thought about
thought
him.
you. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Well, I
lot of
thought
players-
about
a lot
him,
of players,
but
though,
I
bro. You could've
love
picked- you
Mike
could've picked-
Allstott.
Lynch, you could have picked anybody.
I thought so. Who want to go? Me? I go. All right. I was thinking in consideration
You got to. You
like
got to.
the current team now,
Mhm.
how it's built now, and I'm acting as if Lamar is gonna still be on the team. So I would take and we don't have that long of a history, to be honest, and we don't really have that many offensive superstars. But I would take Anquan Bolden when he was on the Ravens.
I knew he was gonna say that.
Anquan
Y'all have a
Bowl.
lot of receivers though.
Actually,
Huh?
you want to know
Y'all
what's
have a lot of like legendary receivers.
I mean, he don't. Anquan Bolden's
Offensive
probably.
players.
Steve
Oh,
Smith
really?
was nice. Steve Smith was nice with y'all, even though he was towards the later.
Is Lamar the best Raven offensive player ever?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, he is.
I mean, one because of his position. If you take away quarterbacks, then it'll probably end up being
He better than Flacco.
Might be that offensive lineman that y'all had way back in the day.
Yonda or
Nah,
Yonda.
Ogden or
Maybe-
something like that?
It depends. It could be Todd Heat.
What about Flacco?
No, not Flacco. And I said take away quarterbacks, but Lamar is better than Flacco.
Yeah, all right.
And maybe
I ain't gonna
or Ray Rice. I don't know. But anyway,
No, not Ray Rice.
get that boy out of jail.
my offensive player is Anquan Bolden. You talking about that? Hey, Kyle, the favorite fan on the show, was watching so much Big Ben today. I was like, you need to relax a little bit.
He was watching all the Big Ben today. Oh man.
But, all right, I got Anquan Bolden on offense, and then defense. Honestly, don't know.
There's one answer. You gotta
Not really.
I'm taking into consideration now, like what we need now. And obviously, people probably think Ray Lewis, but I think Roquan is okay.
I was going to say the same thing.
I would honestly, just because Ed Reed was so good, maybe Ed Reed or
what's
Terrell
Hamilton?
Suggs or Haloti Nada.
What is Hamilton? Is he free safety or strong safety?
He is a free safety.
I like Hamilton.
I mean, I do too.
I like Hamilton.
But we also got Marcus Williams. That's why I was hesitant to say Ed Reed too. But Ed Reed is just a playmaker. We need turnovers, so I'll choose Ed Reed.
He's just gonna get you.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I'll
Field
choose Ed
general.
Reed.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Me and my boy Malin, we gonna pick.
You got to pick him.
Offensively, all right, I'm gonna think about it as the team is constructed right now. Oh God. Oh God. Defensively, I'm gonna have to go Dion. I'm gonna have
Yeah,
to
exactly.
I
Absolutely.
have to go
Without a
Dion.
doubt.
It's just like there's no other answer that you
Without a
can say.
doubt.
They need
and
everything on
obviously at quarterback. At quarterback, we're gonna take 04 Mike Vick and we gonna run up the scope. Because I mean, I don't think other than like Julio, we don't, or like Tony Gonzalez, but still he was at the end. of his career.
Malin was
He's so good. He was here.
It's like he's mid. Right away, he was okay.
He
Probably
say
like Devin Hester or something like that.
a second Kyle Pitts.
But yeah, I'm gonna go Mike Vick and Dion.
Yeah, those are good.
That's probably the best I can do.
They need, if you don't have a quarterback, you kind of gotta have to get the quarterback.
They need a running back. But honestly, if you think about it, Falcons need a running back more than anything. All right, they got Cordell. I forgot Cordell's kind of a flex.
And they got what's his name too now? The rookie. He was really good.
Allgaier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
Algier.
They were good.
Mhm.
But Mike Vick, put Mike Vick on almost any team though. I mean, it's instantly
I mean, the way that
instantly
the
better.
league is now.
I got an issue with Mike Vick too. The way he was talking about Lamar.
Oh yeah, that was pretty bad. I agree with that.
Come on, bro. Like you the one person that should always be on Lamar's side regardless. You shouldn't say just put a brace on it and go out there.
First of all, that is never.
Yeah. Like RG3 shouldn't have to be the one to say that. And you Mike Vick.
Like
don't.
Exactly.
that's
I'm glad
a
RGC said
generation
something.
thing to say.
It is.
Yeah.
It's like a last generation thing. To say.
Put a brace on it and go out there.
My generation would have played. I'd have played back in my day.
And that's why your generation can't walk.
Sound like an old head.
Right. Go ahead, Tobias.
All right. That was kind of tough on offense. But I'm gonna go with AB. I'm gonna go with AB. I do. I really think between him and Ben, but I think AB would open up the whole field, and AB was just unguardable. Like, I mean, they could not, like, honestly, and when in doubt, Ben just threw it up to AB. He said that like his pocket. He said there was times he literally just threw it up to him. He knew he was double, triple cover. He just threw it up to AB.
Yeah, I would rather have
Pickens,
Pickett and AB over Ben and whoever y'all have currently.
Yeah, because I mean, right now it would be Ben. If I did say Ben, be Ben, Deontay Johnson, Pickens, and Najee. Yeah, exactly. He won't be throwing to nobody besides Pickens. But that's it. But if you get AB, you got Pickett, and Pickett's already shown me enough. He ain't flat. He ain't like no top 5 quarterback or top 10 quarterback right now. But he's shown enough. He can win you a game.
AB and Pickens will go crazy.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Oh my goodness, and you can't cover that. So AB is a great route runner, and then Pickens is just a great deep threat. So take the lid off of defense. So I'll choose that for offense. Defense was actually very, very easy for me to do because I'm just gonna say Troy, because Troy Polamalu and Minkah Fitzpatrick together. I mean, my lord,
The defense is there already.
It is. It's there. Like, the
defensive line is there. Got corners.
So why they didn't make the playoffs?
I don't know. They suck.
Why didn't we make playoffs? Y'all know why we didn't make the playoffs? You want to know why we didn't make the playoffs?
We don't.
Man, Canada. They need to fire him. They just released it. I'm not gonna go too much.
They brought him back. Hey, this man texted me individually talking about they brought him back.
I was hot. I was like slamming the desk and walked out. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. I was waiting on that news from to drop it, but anyway.
It gave me bad vibes because they're gonna bring Greg Roman back and they saw that.
Hey, Greg Roman was worse. That was so bad. Why they
ran the ball?
They ran the ball. I was like, why they run the ball? I was like, what are y'all doing? I was like, the clock, throw the ball, spike it.
All right, that's enough.
Oh man.
I was trying to keep my cool throughout the whole shit.
All right, Tobias, close us out.
All right, so we got a little quick short one for y'all today, and y'all like that. I know y'all love that one today. All right, so we'll go from Psalm 118 verses 8 through 14. That's the NIV version. It said, "It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in humans. It is better to take refuge in the Lord than to trust in princes. All the nations surrounded me, but in the name of the Lord, I cut them down. They surrounded me on every side, but in the name of the Lord, I cut them down. They swarmed me like bees, but they were consumed as quickly as building thorns. In the name of the Lord, I cut them down. I was pushed back and about to fall, but the Lord helped me. The Lord is my strength, my defense. He has become my salvation." Amen. That was a little.
Got it.
Amen.
That was a little forceful for y'all today, but anyways, as usual, like Jamie says, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, all of it. Follow us on everything. Join the conversation. If you keep joining the conversation, send us topics, make comments. We can start doing more episodes like this. It was quick, short, and we talked about what y'all want to talk about. So tell us what you want to talk about, and we'll get to it. Let us know what you thought about it. What's your favorite team? Who would you choose to come back? Join the conversation. Till next time, peace.
Peace, y'all.